Good afternoon, class. I hope everyone is fine. Alright, that's good. Today we are going to continue with what we learned yesterday. And yesterday I talked about what? About algebra. And I explained to you that algebra is a branch of mathematics where we use letters to represent what? Numbers. And the numbers are what? Variables that stand for what? Unknown values that we can solve for it. So before we start with today's lesson, I want us to solve one question so that we'll be able to move on with today's lesson. So if you have 2x plus 3 is equal to 7, what are you going to do now? Francis, yes, we are going to solve for what? For x. So before we solve for x, we have to what? Group what? Like terms. So for now we have 2x plus 3 is equal to 7. So you isolate what? X. So we have 2x is equal to 7. And whenever a positive number crosses an equal sign, what are you going to get? Janet, yes, we are going to get what? A negative number. So we have positive 3 here. So when it crosses the equal sign, you get what? Negative 3. So we will continue with that. So we have what? 2x is equal to, when you subtract 3 from 7, what are you going to get? Jacob, yes, we are going to get what? 4. So right now, getting to this stage, what are we going to do? We are going to solve for s. So before we solve for s, we have to divide both sides by what? By 2. So we divide here by 2, we divide here by 2. 2 goes into 2, it will give you what? 1. 2 goes here 1, 2 goes into 4, what are you going to get? You are going to get what? 2. So you have what? X is equal to what? 2. That is the answer. So I want us to move to today's lesson. Today's lesson, we are going to learn about what? Word problem. We will be given the questions, and at the end of the day, we have to what? Extract what? The mathematical equation so that we'll be able to what? To solve it. So we have a question like, there are 47 boys in the class. This is 3 more than what? 4 times the girls. We need to find the number of girls in the class. That is the question. So our learning objective for today is that at the end of the day, we should be able to what? Understand the problem being given to us. And what? By what? By denoting the number by what? By a variable. And by doing that, we should be able to set up the equation. And after setting up the equation, we should be able to what? To solve the equation and what? And find the value. So right now we have 47 boys. So 47 is equal to, and the question is saying that what? This is what? 3 more than what? 4 times the girls. And we are going to represent the girl by what? By variables. And what are we going to, what variable are we going to use? Jacob, yes, we are going to use what? Y. So it will be what? 4y plus what? 3. That is it. So right now we have gotten our equation. So we are going to solve it. And as I already told you, for us to solve for y, we need to isolate what? Y. So we have what? 4y is equal to, we have 47 here. So we bring 47, then 3 is negative. Sorry, 3 is positive here. So when 3 crosses this equal sign, it will get what? Negative what? 3. So we have 4y is equal to what? Francis, when you subtract 3 from 47, what are you going to get? Yes, we are going to get what? 44. So getting to this stage, we are going to solve for what? For y. So we divide both sides by what? 4, both sides by 4. Then 4 goes here 1, 4 goes here 1. 4 goes here 1, and 4 goes to 44. Felicia, what are you going to get? When 4 goes to 44, what are you going to get? You are going to get what? 11. So y is equal to what? 11. Who doesn't understand up to this point?